welcome to another episode of The Cat Lady. My name is Andrea, also known as The Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, CATT, which stands for Craft All the Things. I have no idea what episode we're on. It's been a while. It's been since Vlogmas. And yeah, I'm just here to talk about some things and talk about some 2026 goals and what the future of my channel looks like, etc. Not going away, just gonna be like minimal, but I'm gonna try to come up with some kind of schedule, basically. If you're new here, I am a crafting channel, so craft all the things, but primarily the fiber art, so knitting, crochet, spinning, some weaving. I have a circular sock machine. I have all the crafty things that I want to do, and I have too many crafty things I want to do, unfortunately. I think everyone can kind of relate to that who is in, once you start a crafting hobby, it easily snowballs into a crafting or collection of hobbies, essentially. So I collect hobbies. So that's it. And I have some things over here. So I sometimes would record snippets throughout the week, but today's going to just be a solid episode. And they might just end up being just solid episodes, just one sit down recording with some minimal editing. I want to just, do the things. Anyways, I used to record weekly, and then it was like every other week, and for now I think I'm going to work on once a month. So it is just squeaked in this month. It's January 28th, and yeah, so I'm just squeaking in my episode for January, and maybe I do the end of the month type thing. Maybe that is a good goal. So that is one of my goals for 2026. First and foremost, I have to say something. I wanted to just speak my mind a little about what's going on. I do not condone anything that is going on in our political atmosphere. It is beyond political. This is human rights. I don't condone anything that ICE is doing. I don't condone pretty much anything our government is doing right now, and I encourage everyone to stay informed, take care of each other, talk to each other, and do what you can to support what is going on. I did purchase the Melt the Ice hat. I will put a picture of it here. I will put the link below. All proceeds for that hat, it's from a Minnesota yarn store. Whether I make the hat or not, I'm not sure. I'm kind of in that weird headspace of I don't know if I want to make it or not, but I purchased it because I know the proceeds will go, and it gives me the option to make it if I want. And I plan on doing more donating of funding as we are privileged to do so. I will put some links to Minnesota donations. I would like to find things in my local community to donate to help. God forbid if anything happens in our community here, which, yeah, I'm not good with words, so I do apologize. I'm going to be kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to speak my piece with you and let you know where I stand. I've been very quiet on social media in general. I've just been quiet on social media because the world is on fire and my life is a little stressful. We do have personal things going on as well on top of everything, so life is just, it's hard, and it's hard for a lot of people, and it's been hard for a lot of people for a long time. And it's crazy that it's come this far. I mean, long story short, the history of our country is not good. We stole land from Native American peoples, and that's how our country started. So and it's not gotten that much better from there for our indigenous friends, our people of color, and it's just really, really sad. And I'm sad for my kids a little bit to be in this place right now, and I worry about them being able to go out on their own. Currently, thankfully they have a few more years here at home with us, and because if they were set to flee the nest now, I don't think they could. It's everything is very expensive, and things are really hard for everybody, and especially for our friends of color. But it's always been that way. So that's the thing. Like, a lot of us are just in our own white privilege, and yes, we have acknowledged it, but we've not done anything about it. So that's what I'm gonna say today. So if you can do something to help, if you can donate, that's great. If you cannot, email government representatives, call, you know, find some way to help. Knit the hat, but don't just knit the hat. So I was reading on Reddit, and this quote kind of stuck with me. The hat is like an on-ramp. You knit the hat, and so whether that be just gathering with your community and figuring out how to protect your neighbors, or protesting if you can. I know a lot of that is hard for a lot of people, and myself included. So, but you can email representatives. You can call, make the 5 calls that we've seen everywhere. You can donate if you have the funding, which a lot of us don't either. So that's all I'm going to say. So like, definitely check out the hat. Purchase the hat, just, you know, $5 pattern. Proceeds go to the Minnesota. She has a list somewhere. It might be on Instagram. There's lists somewhere, but they're going to good causes. It's a very reputable yarn store in Minnesota. So definitely be wary. Don't go to Etsy. There's a lot of already people trying to make money off it that aren't even part of anything. So be careful where you put your money, for sure. Do your research, figure out that, make sure your money's going to where it says it's going to. So honestly, stay off of Etsy in general. It's not a good place anymore. There's way too much AI. There's way too much stolen patterns. It's not good. So Ravelry still seems to be okay as far as, you know, people like being able to trust the pattern. You never know what you're going to get when you purchase a pattern in general, but Ravelry still seems relatively safe space to get patterns, but it's not necessarily accessible for everyone. So, okay, so moving on, I'm going to jump right into my 2026 goals. We're going to talk about things that I've been working on. Nothing's really been finished, so I'm not going to have much finished objects. I do have one. Just like last year, my main goal is to finish the WIPS, okay? Finish the WIPS. We all have our languishing WIPS. Either frog them or finish them. And honestly, all the WIPS that I have right now, I do want to finish. So currently, I have my mitered square blanket, which is so close to being finished. I'm not going to pull it out because it's huge. But if you've been following me for a long time, it's a 10-year blanket. It's now going on year 11. And it is huge. So I would like to finish that. I think I wanted just to put on like another row, and someone had sent me minis, so I have enough minis to do it. I fizzled out right after that. So mitered square blanket is on the list of things to finish, and I could power through it. I know I could, so I need to do that. My hexagon sweater, which I've been working on for a while, I have almost finished it. I have some thoughts on it. It's big and chunky and oversized, which I like, but at the same time, I do wonder if it just makes me look frumpy and weird. But it is rainbow hexi. I bought all this yarn when Joann's was closing, so it's all big twist yarn, and I love the way it looks. It's very, very fun and eclectic. And the point was to make it as big as I needed, the hexi in one size to fit my arms. So it's very baggy, very low armpit, very cozy. I do want to put a border on it though, and I'm hoping that if I put a border, it's going to fix my problem. So I'm going to stand up and see if you can see if I can show you the problem. And of course I have 10,000 ends to weave in that are all hidden inside my sleeve here, but I'm just gonna, or I could just leave them. No one will know, as long as I get the black ends that are hanging off. No one will ever see it, except it's a pain to get it on, and then they all come piling out. So, front. So it looks good from the front. However, I turn around, and it's not doing it right now, but it will like bow out. Like this back seam kind of bows out sometimes. And I'm hoping maybe if I like make a cuff around the bottom, it'll pull that in a little bit. Or I could wear it with a belt, so which I didn't think looked bad either. So if I close it like this, I still think it's gonna look better with a border in general, and maybe a little border around the edge here. But I could just wear it like this, and I have a belt here. But it makes it kind of funky because the sleeve is so low. Let's see. So I'm not going to attach the belt right now, but this would be like belted. And I don't know, maybe a thinner belt, maybe not this belt because it's kind of a chunky belt, but something like that. And then it would be more like fitting. And then it brings the back in. So I don't know. I still think I will make a border for it for sure. But this is just a hexagon Cardi, nothing special. I use the Passionate Clancy tutorial just to, you know, seam how she does the seaming and stuff. It's kind of a join as you go, the two sides together. And then, yeah, again, all big twist yarn. Did not have to buy any more. I had to buy more black, which Michaels is now carrying big twist. My Michaels has a very limited selection, so it was not the best, but they had black, so I bought a couple skeins of black. Hirschner's also sells big twist, so I would have been able to order some of the colors I wanted if I needed, but I had just enough to get where I wanted to go. Let's see, I did almost 2 full repeats of the color, so I did a full pink through purple and then pink through yellow on the front with a blue seam in the back, because you make the back a little bigger, so I have the blue going in the back, which is that yellow? No, that's green. That's considered green. That's the green. It's the yellow is kind of an orangey yellow green, so like a bright yellowy green. So that is that. And the other WIP that I have that I pulled out and actually worked on a little bit is my African Violet hexagon blanket, and I have a problem. I have kind of a big problem. I will put the pictures in as I talk about it, but I decided to lay all the Hexis out that I have, and I don't know what. This is a project from a year plus ago. I don't even remember now, but it's from a while ago. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I just assumed the measurements, and I mean, I just like kind of like went off the size of the Hexi. I measured wrong somehow. Somewhere along the line, my measurements were wrong. So I laid out all the Hexis because I said I was going to need like 90-ish. Yeah, so it was like 9 by 10. It's small. It's like 42 by 55. It's not even like a full throw blanket size, because like 50 by 60 would be like throw blanket, like would be a decent throw blanket. It's small, and I was hoping for it to be a bit bigger. Now I'm not looking like full-size queen bedspread or anything. It's supposed to be going on my couch, just kind of a throw blanket, but bigger. Like I like to be actually be able to use it type throw blanket. So I then relayed it out to the size that I think looked more appropriate, which was like, I don't remember the measurements I wrote down, but bigger. And at this point, I'm only halfway done, and I would need more yarn. So I would need 60 more squares. I would need 127 squares total. I'm at like 67 squares, I think, out of the original 90. I have enough for like 90 squares, so I would need, let's see, so I have, so if I need 60 more squares total, or was it 60 more on top of, no, I think I had 67. I have enough for about 20 more. So that's, let's say 23. We'll say 23 more. So that would be 80. Okay, no. Watch my brain fizzle while I try to do math on screen. I would need at least like maybe 3 more skeins. I can get like 14 to 15. I've been lucky and gotten 15 out of most skeins, but they say like 14 per skein. So let's say I get 15. And if I would need 90, 100, I would need 2 to 3 more skeins. So I can buy a 3-pack on Amazon for, not that I want to support Amazon, but again, I can buy a 3-pack for relatively inexpensive on Amazon for the granny skein yarn. It's like half the price than if I would go to Michaels, which doesn't have it in stock. So like I don't even have access to get it right now. I'm looking at the box over there, but I'd have to make 60 more. 60 more. Yeah, 60 more. That's including the 20 that I have yarn for. So I don't know what to do. I'm tempted just to do it, but that's, again, I already have so many other projects that I'm doing, and it's kind of frustrating. So But it would look so cool when it's done. Is it worth it? I don't know. Maybe I finished the 20. Or I don't know. Do I have another project? I tried to think of another project for it, and there's nothing. I could try to make some kind of skirt, but like, I just don't think that was going to work, and I'm never going to wear it. I don't know. I could make a bunch of animals, hexagon animals, but I don't want to do that either. I want the blanket. So, I don't know. But the dye lot's going to be obviously insanely different. Hopefully it's fine. Even the dye lots between the skeins I got are horrific just because they're the same dye lot, but the yarn just looks different anyways. So I don't know. I'm very frustrated, but that's where we are with that. Okay. In other WIPs, I pulled this out again. This is my snake. I finished the kid snake 2 years ago. I think it's been 2 years maybe. And basically it's a temperature snake. It's based off the year. I did the year the kids were born, and this is the year Jim and I got married. I am at June? I'm in June. June, let's see, where's the black stripe? Oh, did I make it pretty far? How far did I make it? No, geez, and I don't even mark where I left off. Oh shoot, did I? Oh no, there it is. Okay, no. I'm on June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, June 5th. Okay, so I'm on June 6th. So I'm not even halfway through the year. So I did figure out a way to make the rounds not be all wonky. So that's been helpful. So like, it doesn't really matter. But if you look at it, you can kind of see where I tried to not show a seam, but it still shows a seam. I did finally find a way, found a technique, and now I don't even remember what it is. So I'm going to have to, I need to write these things down. So I found a technique of doing the join that doesn't show a seam, which is looking pretty good. So that is my snake. I was thinking of, you know, if I could just do a couple rows a day, I could get through it quickly. But then, of course, I did a few rows and then I haven't touched it since. I haven't worked on anything, actually, the last few days, though. So that is that. And then I cast on another project because why wouldn't I? I did end up going to, I had like a little mom's weekend away, just me. I stayed in a hotel for a night and I thought, okay, I need to bring a project. And why would I bring a WIP? Why would I bring a WIP? So I cast on a new project and it's got, I am just going to be weaving in ends until the end of time because this again is multicolored and has a million ends. This is the Wild Oleander shawl by Wickedly Handmade, I think. I don't know. I'll put the link below. I'm using stash yarn, and this is actually kind of scrap yarn because it's full skeins, but I got it from somebody in my neighborhood that was giving it away for free. So I don't know what it is. Mostly it's Red Heart, but some of them don't have labels. And then I'm using Big Twist for the burgundy. But I like the color combination. It's different and it's unique, but it's a hooded shawl, and I think I'm showing the wrong side. This is the right side. It's got some texture. I don't know if you can see it on screen. Oh, it looks a little better. So it's kind of got some textured stitches here, some unique things. But this is where I'm supposed to stop in the pattern, but I don't think it's big enough. So I need to go another repeat of a couple colors probably. So the one downside was like, I don't know if the gauge was in there correctly or it was worded weirdly that I didn't really want to do a gauge swatch. Go figure. I started with a larger hook, but I didn't like the way it looked. So this is using a J hook, 6mm hook, which is what I've kind of been between 5mm and 6mm. That seems to be my go-to. And I started it with the 7mm hook and I didn't like it. It seemed too loosey-goosey, but now looking at it, it seems too not loose enough. But I think a wash or a steam will loosen it up, but it does need to be longer. I think it's supposed to be like 36 inches across here, so we are not quite there. And then 24 inches deep, we are not quite there. So I'm stopped that and I'm on hold for that, but need to work on that. Other things, I have a granny fanny that is completed but needs the sewing. I need to sew a liner and sew the strap on. So that is on my list of unfinished objects. I have weaving squares that I haven't pulled out in ages. It's a pin loom, zoom loom, and I'm making squares that I'm supposed to join together to make placemats. So one day those will get done. I have my Clancy hat. So if you are aware of 21 Pilots, their last album, their 2 albums ago, Clancy, the lead singer wore like a hat, like a balaclava type hat. I made a pattern. We wore it to the concert. I wore mine to the concert. And I made 3 of them. I would like to make 4 total because I was supposed to make one for everybody. But I don't think anyone cares now. It's so far removed. But I have the 3rd one that needs the edging on it and needs to be finished. And then technically I need to make the 4th one. I have the yarn for it, but that's gonna probably wait. I'm pulling out all the things that you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but I have this long fur line, not fur line, but fur collar, fake, like gothic style jacket that I wanted to replace the buttons. I want to do that ideally sooner than later so I could wear it because it's cold. And I have my diamond dots by CATT diamond dots. If I recall, I'll try to put pictures in as I talk about it since it's easier to see, and I didn't grab them. So those are all my to-do projects that I'd like to finish. I want to finish them all. Like, I want them all finished. So I still like them. I still want them done. So it's not like I want to frog any of those. And there's a few other random projects that I probably have. I have spinning things too, but yeah, I have too many. I have too many things. Too many things. And it stinks because I want to do them all and I can't. I don't have time to do them all. So in new goals, so newer things, I would really like to crank more of these hats. This is made on an AliExpress king size. It's a circular knitting machine that makes tubes pretty much, and you can do some fun things with it. But I'd like to make hats in every color. So I'd like a rainbow of hats because these are just so easy to put on. They are quick to make, and you know, it's just easy to accessorize with them. And they're like a little bit slouchy. So you got some slouch to it. So yeah, that was on my list. And also things I want to do is I want to use my sock machine. I have a circular sock machine. It's my 2nd one. I had an Erlbacher Speedster. I sold that one and got a True Knit. And I really like it. And it takes a lot of brain power. And now I've completely forgotten how to use it and have to start from scratch, which won't be hard. It just takes time. And what is one thing I don't seem to have? Time. Speaking of, I forgot to mention, well, I'll put that out. I'll mention it later. Anyways. So I want to use my sock machine. And what does that look like? I don't know. Ideally make a sock, but I mean, I would like just to do something with it. I have a tube sitting there that's been sitting there since I've had the machine that I was going to take apart and then make into socks. But yeah, so it's a lot. I'd like to make another baby blanket. I have this, this thing here, this or whatever cover story in this brown color, and it's perfect for making crocheted baby blankets. So I'd like to just have that and have that on hand. I did make one last month and I finished it and I didn't give it away. It felt kind of odd. It was supposed to be for my husband's coworker, but I took over her job while she was gone, and it was just, everything was awkward, and I don't know her at all. So I felt a little awkward about it just because some people have, you know, she's a new baby. Like, I don't know if she's comfortable taking handmade things from strangers, and I wasn't sure how to wash it appropriately, and like, I just got nervous, and there is loose ends that are in there, and it's kind of holey because it's crochet. So I got inside my head too much. So my cat's gonna eat my snake. Come on. So I decided against it. So I now have that blanket in the wings for when someone I know has a baby, and then I want to make another one. So I'll have 2. One's kind of neutral. Okay, I am personally not a thing with colors. Like, as far as like, okay, I will gift a pink blanket to a boy as long as I know the parents have no issues with the colors. But for me, colors don't have a gender, so that's what I'm saying. But that one leans more neutral to both boy girl. This one leans to boy. It's more of a camo-y blue, but again, so now I have one, I guess, suitable for both genders, if it came to that. So I wanted to get that. I want to organize my yarn wall, which would mean pulling everything off and putting it back on in a more organized fashion, getting some of my spinning fiber up high because somebody, will not mention names, Hobbs, wants to eat my fiber and wants to eat the bags that the fiber is in. He really likes plastic bags. So if I could swap that to the top, not that they don't get into the yarn, but maybe if I get more plastic bins to put stuff in, so it's more cat friendly on the bottom 2 rows, because that's really where they can reach, and then everything from here up can be displayed openly. But I need to, yeah, it's getting very mixed up. I had it organized by like weight, but now it's getting all funky. So I have different yarns everywhere and I don't like it. And I'd like to actually get it cataloged on Ravelry on top of that. So I figure is I could pull out a cube, photograph it, get it on Ravelry, and then slowly, you know, get it organized that way. And like, I feel like I just need to delete all my catalog that's on Ravelry currently, because I have a lot of scraps and stuff, and I obviously use things that aren't on there anymore, and I just want to just delete it. I really wish they would have updated how they categorize the fiber, because would love to update the fiber as well, but it's like so bad. So I've never touched it. So, but that is on my list. Probably not going to happen this year. Let's be realistic. I have these goals, and I'm also very realistic that these goals might be unattainable, and that's fine. There's no punishment if I don't get these done. It's just things I'm thinking about. So I need to clean out my closet, my craft closet. I have kind of cleaned up my room, even though you wouldn't be able to tell now because it looks messy again. But I did clean my room. I can use my table a little more functionally, and which is good. And I want to reorganize some shelving. I want to reorganize all this. I want to put shelves on my wall. I want to display more things. I have lots of things to display, and this is chaotic and needs to be changed. So that is new things. Another finished object I just realized is this guy, and he's interesting. So I'm gonna take this off. And it is a tube. So this was cranked on the AliExpress, and I think I slightly messed up a little bit. Like, I think it should have been seamed a little differently, but basically it's seamed together in a very interesting fashion, and it's to make like a neck cowl. And I think it should have been, I don't know if it should have been seamed a little less long or a little more long, but I feel like it's a little uneven. So let me fold it. Well, I mean, it looks pretty close, so maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just me. But anyways, it is a cowl, neck warmer. And so you just fold it over. I feel like they're not equal. So there. So I think that's super cute. I would love to make more of these. And this was using very old stash. It was called Buttercream. It was, I think I had bought it on clearance at Joann's a million years ago. It's a bulky yarn. I have 2 of these, and it's this nice ombre color. And I just think it turned out really cute. So you just fold it over and make this little neck warmer. It's very cozy. I really like it. So I want to make more of these, and you can make them in like lighter, like again, this is bulky, so I would probably make it in a lighter weight yarn. It's under 100 rows just because I literally used the whole skein. So it was perfect. It was actually very perfect. So I think if you're using a worsted weight, you want to go like 120 rows, which is like also the same as like what I do for the hats. But I wanted it to be snug on my neck. Like, I didn't want it to be like loose. So, but I think the way you seam it can kind of snug it up. That really determines the length, but you want it to be even. But again, I'm folding it over to make it even. So this is super cute. I really like this. I really like this. And it was so easy to make, and just, I love easy projects that look cute. So that is that. Other things that I've been really into are my nails. So this is my current set right now. I just put on yesterday, 2 days ago, Monday night. That's when I put them on. So it is now Wednesday. So they are press-on nails. They are sticky tabs, so not glue. I don't really want to put glue on my nails because my nails already get destroyed. Even with these, they already get kind of damaged. Nothing works well on my nails, even those stick-on sticker things, even like pretty much anything other than just standard nail polish, which then chips off within a couple days. So I really like these. Typically, I've been using Kiss Impress, and that's the brand, and specifically Kiss Impress FX, which they have like these like shiny, shimmery colors. And the tabs are already attached to the nail, and you just stick them on, and they're super easy. And I really like them, and I can get them to last close to 2 weeks. Usually I get kind of bored with them after. I usually try, my minimum, if they say they last 10 days, I try to get 10 days out of them, and then I move on because I'm excited to change them. And, you know, they're relatively inexpensive. Like the Kiss ones are only like under $10, and I think you can get them cheaper on Amazon. And once again, Amazon has them cheaper. But you can buy them at the drugstore, and they just usually tend to fall into my cart when I go grocery shopping at Meijer or CVS or whatever. So these, however, are Curve Life, which is another brand. You can order them online. So I thought I'd give them a try because I'm trying different brands. Yeah, it's going to cause trouble. But I got these, and I thought I saw someone post a pair of these, and I was just like, OMG, I need these. And they are Arizona Iced Tea Impress. So it's the Kiss Impress, which I don't see Kiss listed on here, but oh, Kiss products. Okay, it doesn't specifically say Kiss, but it is a crossover between Arizona Tea and Impress. And so we have these ones, which are the green tea, which aren't they so pretty? The color's pretty, the flowers are pretty, like it's just so cute. So I got that one, and then I got these more just interesting patterns, checkers, and they're purple. Okay. And then lastly, I got these, another like checkerboard, pretty patterned look. But these are all the ones with sticky tabs on them. So they just have to be stuck onto your nail. And these ones, however, separate tabs and glue. It came with glue and tabs. So the tabs are separate. You put the sticky tab on, then you put the nail on. Or you can glue. So, okay, hold on. The cat is playing with the bag and trying to play with my snake. Okay, can you stop? Can everyone just leave the snake alone? So I got those to do soon. I have, oh, here's the tag for the buttercream. Yeah, this was clearance yarn. This is acrylic buttercream twist, which I think was a Joanne brand. Colorway bark. Okay, so, sorry, I go on tangents a lot. Anyways. And then in addition, since you ordered them directly from the Amazon or Arizona website, like you couldn't get them anywhere else. You had to directly order them from Arizona Tea. And of course there was shipping, and like I don't think I reached the free shipping threshold, but I thought while I was at it, I would order some Arizona sour fruit snacks. So we got sour lemonade and sour watermelon. I have not opened them yet. I haven't tried them yet, but so I got little snacks to go with my nails. So, and I like sour candy, so I'm thinking those will probably be good. I'll probably open those up today. I was kind of waiting to show them off. I only got these last week, so they haven't been waiting very long. But anyways, for these, I use the sticky tabs, not the glue. I did actually put a sticky tab on, then a touch of glue on the nail to see if that would hold better. Some people say that works better. I already lost the thumb because I slammed it into like a wipes packet, and it just totally like it didn't pop off completely, but I tried to press it back on, but I put a new tab on today, which is good. I mean, they're easy to fix. But again, my nails are kind of rough underneath it too, so I don't care. I don't care. So that is that. In other news, I've been 3D printing stuff, and I was going to show something, but I don't know where it is. But I will show you some of the other things I 3D print. So I have a lot of 3D printed things, not a ton, but I've made a few things. And one thing I have that I don't know where it is, and I don't know where it is my fidget ring. It might be in my drawer. If I find it, I will pop in a little video of it. I actually have two, but David has stolen one for today because he can't find his now, so I have to print another one. that's the good thing about the 3D printed stuff. I mean, I don't want to waste things, but at least I can print them again. But anyways, I made this little crochet hook holder. Look at that. It's not perfect. It's got some flaws, like on the bottom here, at the top here. But I mean, honestly, okay, I can't record with my cats in here anymore. They used to be somewhat okay. I mean, they would get into trouble a little bit, but boy, it's just nonstop. So anyways, so I have my little crochet hook holder. It has a little drawer in it. So I have all my main hooks up here. So there's a space for my J hook. We have 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or yeah, 8 and 10. So it fits all my hooks, and then I have all my other hooks. My smaller hooks are in here. So I primarily use H and J, and then the bigger ones. And I probably have some larger one. I don't know. Actually, I might have all my tulip hooks might be in here. So that is super cute, and yeah, it's a 2-color print, and it printed mostly pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with that. I also printed some darning needles. So I haven't tried them out yet. They're a little stringy, but they're like they are slightly flexible, so you can pull them open to get the yarn in, but they're like the double-ended needles that are good. So I have some really big ones and then some smaller ones. I really have no idea how they work, if they work. So I'm sure they work, but like, do they get stuck on the yarn? I'm not really 100% sure. So I'm interested to try those out, but printed those. And then I printed off a glow-in-the-dark succulent, which was adorable. I did share this on Instagram, and it's color changing. So now it's blue, now it's pink, back to blue, and this is glow in the dark, and it's stronger. So we were sampling other materials. So the typical material is, and it's actually like a little container. So this is PLA, and this is considered PLA. This is PLA silk. So all the ones that come in these like fancy colors are considered a silk PLA. The standard colors are regular PLA, and then there's one that's called Pet G, and it's supposed to be stronger. I don't know if it's really that much stronger, but I bought glow in the dark because I'm like, okay, we want to try out the Pet G. What's a color that would be silly and fun and glow in the dark? But again, for this project, there's no reason for this to be PLA or Pet G. But it is a little succulent that glows in the dark, so that was super cute. And then another glow in the dark project was my glow in the dark creeper heads. I haven't figured out where to put them and what to do with them, but you know, they're supposed to be, they came with like the stars. So, you know, the glow in the dark stars you would hang on the ceiling as a kid. It was stars and creeper heads. So those are the creeper heads, and then like the standing creepers, they're supposed to kind of look like, they're flat, but it's supposed to look 3D. So interesting little design there, but I thought they were cute. I don't know what to do with them again. Like I said, I could hang them on the wall here, but I'm never in here in the dark. So I don't know. So that is some 3D printed things I have made. Again, I'll try to put in the fidget rings because those are my favorite. And actually, I like to just like, they get on, you put them on your finger and then they spin. So that is a really cute, fun. And last but not least, I've been working on collecting Minecraft Legos. So I have now acquired a good number of sets. So David has like 30 sets, but unfortunately they are all mixed in with years and years of Legos, like Legos from Jim's childhood and like 2.5 like big giant totes. So as far as finding the pieces for them, it's going to be a challenge. Now, I did take apart the ones that were kind of on display. He had some still in boxes, so I did manage to salvage a few of them. And then I bought a handful of them on Facebook. So I bought a set of 3 on Facebook that were all in box, not opened, thank goodness, which is nice. I bought 2 of them flat out because I wanted to. I was at Meijer and I bought one, and then I bought one online because it had a sheep in it. And then I bought a lot of 7 sets, which seemed like a good idea, except that they were pre-built, like they had them all kind of on display. And I looked at the pictures and they looked like they were legit, like full sets. There's missing pieces. There's a substantial number of missing pieces in almost every set. Now, some of the sets were duplicate sets of what we had already, but I figured, okay, most of the pieces are accounted for. We will have the missing pieces. So I've managed to piece together a few of the sets. I have 3 left that are missing pieces that I still need to go look. I know there's a couple pieces that are kind of unique that I might have to go request on Lego site. Overall, I don't necessarily regret getting the lot of 7. I might have paid a little less. I feel like I was overcharged for what I got, essentially, since the pieces were missing. And I got all the booklets. One of them's missing part of, like, the cover, which was missing part of the piece list. You can get that all online. I will request new books probably. Some of them are missing boxes, but she had boxes for some of them. Again, this was someone's just kids' Legos, so I'm like, probably should have passed on that. I don't 100% regret it because now I have assembled most of the sets on my own with our pieces without problems. And now I have those sets, and they were easier to put together and find the pieces than trying to find them from scratch with the existing sets that we have, where I don't have any of the pieces. So, live and learn. I will probably avoid purchasing opened sets unless it specifically says all pieces accounted for, rebagged, because yeah, I got a giant box full of assembled Lego sets from this person, and again, they were assembled poorly. It's like, they looked like the pieces were there, and it looked like a working set, but then you actually disassemble it and go through it, and I was missing, at least 5 or 6 pieces per set, more on some of them. So, like, the one set has, this one here has over 1,000 pieces, I think, 800 pieces. The llama set we have has over 1,000 pieces. This one has like 800 pieces, and I've gone through it. I haven't verified how many pieces. I think I'm missing like 10 or 15 pieces of this one. I still have to look though. I have this one. I have a list of missing pieces, but I haven't gone through our existing pieces to find them. So I like everything that's important. So like all like the minifigures and stuff, the things that are really hard to come by or hard to get, those are all accounted for. So I need to be thankful for that. It's just like random plates and bricks and stuff that aren't accounted for necessarily that we should have. I know for the set specifically, I couldn't find the dark pink flowers. I'm sure we have them, but I mean, trying to find these tiny little stud flowers, but I found 3 lighter pink flowers, like medium pink flowers. I'm like, that's good enough for now. Now, if I want to go back and I made a note of things I've substituted, because there's other sets that I've like had to substitute a little piece here and there, and it's okay. It's okay. They're for my own personal collection. I'm not like, and again, they're all open boxes. I'm not reselling them. I'm gonna display them somewhere. So is the plan. But there's over 100 and something Lego sets for Minecraft, and a lot of them are retired. And that's a lot of these. I mean, almost every single one of these I think is considered a retired set. So it's like I can't just go and buy it. I can find them on Facebook Marketplace, but I could probably find them unopened, but they're going to be more money. Like this one, she charged like 50, and like probably direct from Lego, this was more than 50 for 800 piece set, number one. And if I was to find it in an unopened box, it would definitely be more than 50. People are charging like hundreds of dollars for these things because you can't get them. So it's like, that's the market. So anyways, that's my update. So my episodes might be a little longer than usual if I'm only recording once a month. Or not, because I may not have a lot to talk about anyways. So I'm hoping to get some things going. Oh, that's the thing I was going to talk about that I didn't talk about that I'm going to talk about now. I am currently unemployed. So like I said, the woman that went on maternity leave that I made the blanket for, that I didn't give the blanket to, she is back. So I am now back to my normal schedule as far as I have time to do the crafty things a little bit. I still obviously don't have all the time in the world because I'm still carting my kids back and forth. I'm back to where I was pre-employment, whereas I can start working on some things more, but we're still at a minimal thing because we're still very busy as a family. So that is that. So hoping to get some more things done. I really like this. I really want to make another one of these. I like the variegated colors. I don't know if I'd like one in a solid color as much. I mean, it'd be fine, but I really like these multi-colors and stripes and stuff. So I need to look through my yarn stash and see if there's something else I can whip a couple of these up, because I just think they're just cute little accessories too. I like little neck accessories. So anyways, I have rambled on way long enough. Remember to drink your water, stay hydrated, stay off the internet a little bit if you need to, take a break for yourself, take care of yourself, take care of the others around you. I hope everyone has a good month, I'm going to say. I probably won't check in until next month. Follow me on Instagram for random updates and stuff. I will try to get more active on that. And that's my main platform. Instagram posts, then do post to Facebook. So if you're a Facebook user, I have a Facebook group. Everything's posted below. Everything I've worked on is posted below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I am trying to respond to all my comments. So I thank you everybody for your support. And I hope you get to craft all the things. See you next time.